All right. I've already worked with this customer, but what we did was go through all my patterns. I have around 3,000 patterns to choose from. So I picked a few that I thought would be nice on hers. And this is, different selections that we look at. She wanted edge to edge, just the same pattern.
So she chose that pattern that's highlighted in red, did she?
No.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to go into her project.
Okay.
And then it's not on there. So let me find it here. This is the pattern that she chose.
Okay.
Because of all the squares and straight lines in her pattern, we wanted to do something that break that up with some swirls. She wanted to keep it modern looking for her young son and his wife. And because he's mom, she wanted some sort of heart in it. So it really fit the T there. So I'm going to click on edge to edge, and this is how I set up the pattern. So at this point, I can follow what my machine tells me, my computer tells me up here, or because I do it all the time, I know, but it tells me to click the upper left-hand corner
of the quilt.
And I know that corner, I go right under my needle to my corner. You even have a laser light there, get it precise. And then the right-hand top corner. And then as far down as I can get without hitting the machine's hitting the bar up here. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's actually stopping back there. This is as far as it'll go.
So what
is the popping sound?
That's the computer telling Beth that she's marked a point, right?
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm clicking this button, my OK button up here.
Mm-hmm.
Then it pops on the machine. That way I can hear that it worked. Here goes again. Well, that one clicked because it's the last
of 4.
Right.
So effectively, she's marked a block now or a section to be long-armed. And she marked the 4 corners of a rectangle, and the long-arm machine now knows that she wants to quilt in that rectangle, right?
Right.
I set up the design length and everything. I forgot which length I put on here. So now it tells me to put my quilt length, which is from the top to the bottom. You always want to know what that is before you get it all on there. And luckily I have it written down in my estimate page. So. And then the machine figures out, okay, that's what it would look like if we do 7 rows across, 8 rows down.
Okay, pause for just a second. I'm going to do another close-up of the screen there so you can see the, Carla, can you see those?
Yeah, you can see it. You can, yeah, you can now.
You can see the black at the top is the first row, and the green are all the subsequent rows.
If they're bigger blocks, you can go larger designs. Sometimes it depends on if there's lots of seams and you want lots of lines to cover those seams, so there's nothing popping out, then you go with smaller design.
How many patterns did you say you have in your computer?
Around 3,000.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Not enough. First row shows me that it would come from the top to here, which is 12 inches. I'm trying to decide if that's what I want. I added 1 more. I think I'm going to choose that because my border is a 10.5-inch border, and this is a 10 and almost 10 3/4 design. So
did you resize the design in order to do what you just did?
I added 1 more repeat.
Okay.
And then it added one more row
Mm.
and it came out that way.
Mm.
I kind of like that. So that's what I'm going to go with. So everything is spaced nicely. I'm just going to hit OK.
Anyway, there's
No.
black at the top of the screen and then green beneath it. So the black is going to be the active quilting row for the first round, right?
That's right. That's as far. If this was blue, it would tell you, okay, the pattern is too big to get 2 rows in. But I have enough space with this. At this point, I can highlight my end design piece, or end design, what do I want to repeat here? And I get into what we call the designer nodes. And then I bring it up bigger so I can see it. So these are the nodes when the designer builds the design. I don't like it if where I start is on the quilt. I want it to be just off the quilt so you don't see where it starts. So
She's talking about the very initial start point of the machine.
Right. If I put my machine over there, it is just outside on this one, but I'm going to pull it a little more by clicking on it and just pulling it.
So she's dragging the start point, that's a circle here. She's dragging it off the quilt just a little bit because you're going to pull the bobbin thread up and make a little knot, and you don't want those stitches to show on the quilt, right?
And it doesn't make knots, it just takes teeny tiny little stitches, which are clean looking, but I just don't like it to start in the middle of nowhere, you know. And these blue ones, I can, if I don't like the way it looks, I can curve it a little more.
Oh, neat.
Do whatever I want with it.
So this is called editing the design.
Right. So I do this on, I'm going to just do it on these first 2 right now, save time. Then I'll go to this side and do the same thing.
That way your left and right are the same.
Right, and this will end off the piece rather than end inside your border. And you can just see where it ends.
What I said that you may have missed was for the audience. I said that Beth, we paused the recording because Beth had to rewind bobbin thread and she's now changed the needle. And why did you change the needle, Beth?
I give all customers new needles.
Okay.
I want it to be super sharp and clean and ready to go.
And I've discovered that you can buy 100 Schmetz needles in a little box on Amazon. What?
Long armors don't use.
Can you buy large quantities though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So same principle.
These are made in Germany, Grossbecker. They come in a little thing of 10, but I'll buy thousands at a time.
Yeah.
We have different sizes for different thread weight. So I'm putting in a lower, smaller needle because I'm using a finer thread now. And other than, I don't know, my Berninas, your needles can only go in one way. They're flat on one side, right?
Yes. Schmetz. Yeah.
That's not true on a Gamma long arm. It's a round needle, so you got to make sure you have the groove in the right up front, and they don't make it easy on us.
So it looks like you've got is that a beige thread or a golden thread here?
And that's a kind of, yeah, beige brown, but that's not what I'm using. That's what was on it.
Got it.
So I tie off so I don't have to rethread everything. I tie the new thread onto the old thread, and then I can just pull it through.
Oh, that's a neat trick. So she's going to be using a green thread that basically matches this color green in the quilt.
There's a lot of steps on threading these, so you don't want to do it every time. Your serger, you do the same thing on your serger, so you don't have to rethread it every time.
Here we go.
This maybe said have a bobbin thread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said, is that we took a time out on the recording
I'll show you here.
because she was threading a new bobbin.
Here's my bobbin underneath.
It's threaded with the
I
same
mean-
color as the top, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll use different color on the back, but it's got to be similar color to the front, otherwise you have a mess. If your tension's not perfect.
Yeah, the advantage is if your tension's not perfect, if it pulls up or down either thread, they match each other, right?
Test my tension by it should pull out, but it shouldn't pick up the bobbin. It should just stand up like that.
Cool.
Pulls out nice and smoothly.
Ah. Is that the same concept with the regular sewing machine?
No,
Nope.
no.
No.
No, with a regular sewing machine, Al Hunt, small plug for Al Hunt, who does a lot of the work on all the Berninas in town, Al Hunt does not want us messing with the tension on our bobbins on regular sewing machines.
Oh, he
said,
doesn't even want you messing with the brother or any of them.
none of them. Yep.
None of them.
No bobbin. You know, basically
Yeah.
what he says is it's very easy to mess up the tension on a bobbin. So what are you doing now, Beth?
Okay, I oiled my machine underneath. And when I do that, there might be a little excess oil. So I don't want to get that on this. So I just take some stitches and get rid of that oil.
There's got to be a
These use a lot of oil because they run a lot of stitches. I think I'm ready now. I have to think this.
Carla, do you have a good view of where the needle is?
Yes. Oh,
It's off to the races.
get back. Something.
Pilot right now. Beth is not touching anything. We're going to go out to lunch and then we'll come back. No, just kidding. You can see how the green kind of disappears inside the green squares, but is obvious on the white.
Yes. I like it.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. And I want to highlight something Beth said because I've heard it from both her and several other long armors, and it might help when you're thinking about how to quilt even small pieces of your own at home. When you have a bunch of square blocks, like the green squares and the purple squares, when you think of a quilting design, instead of having yet another rectangular or square quilting design, you can make it more interesting and have more movement by having something archy or circular in it, right? I'm going to do a close-up to show you the computer screen right now. The computer is keeping track of where it is, and you can see that it's showing red. So now we've got three colors. We've got teal, black, and red.
Interesting.
Just tell me.
Just to check my threading.
No, that doesn't give the time. What happened?
Guide that I was going around is the guide that's supposed to tell you if anything, if you run out of bobbin thread, that's supposed to sense that. And then
Oh.
eventually it will stop. It doesn't like stop before you run out, it stops after you run out.
And back to the races.
I've got this running at 11. I could slow it way down.
But
Oh
she's
my.
using a slow down button, and you can see it's going very slowly.
And there are times I may work, I've never worked that slowly, but I might work it like about here if I've got a lot of bumps and things. That way my hands aren't going to get attacked by that needle. It slows it up. The normal pace is about 12 to 13.
Now, is it possible to sew your finger with a long arm machine?
I would.
Right through my finger before, yeah.
Well, it looks like there's that little round thing that would protect you, but I guess not.
Well, if I got my finger above that, oh, really get it. And the thing you want to do is try to shut it off and not yank out, because you can imagine what that is.
So do you see the heart, people? Carla, do you see the heart?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was
All right.
watching it. I was amazed. I was being mesmerized by its movement.
Oh, it's really fun.
And you saw the size of this quilt and how long this is taking to stitch out. This is going to be a numerous hour job.
More than 8, do you think?
No, probably 6 hours.
Well, clearly, to the audience here, clearly we're not going to watch 6 to 8 hours, but we're going to watch a little bit more.
It's a nice modern design. Different. Hopefully the customer will like it.
I'm sure she will think it's great.
She'll have
So
it as show and tell.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do another close-up on what already has been sewn.
Mm-hmm. That is a really pretty design.
Here comes another heart.
Yep.
Something else you all didn't see, but behind here I have a tray on the actual frame, and I have put a cheap little wall mirror on that, and I can slide that and see my stitching underneath the quilt.
Oh,
That way I can check my tension.
so you actually have a little mirror there?
And I could buy 2. I really need 2 or 3 to fit the whole thing, but
Can Carla, yeah,
you can't really see anything. But anyway, I can see the piece on there. That way I can check my bottom tension, make sure it's looking good too. Otherwise I have to get under the frame. I'm too old to be crawling under the frame.
Okay.
What Beth's doing right now is you can see she's got some beautiful decorative swan scissors, and she's removing the basting at the bottom, which is not really the bottom, but it's the bottom of this set of rows, because she doesn't need the basting anymore, and that will allow her to keep going. I was wondering how long it was going to take out all that basting, but it's taking a matter of a minute maybe.
Yeah, it's not. It's large stitches. They don't take any time at all.
Well, they served their purpose.
Yeah.
So, Beth, I think we're going to close out the recording because we could stay here all day watching this stitch design. Do you want to make some closing remarks?
Just in case anybody wonders, well, what happens when it gets to the end? You can stop and send off a buzzer so I know it's finished. I cut the threads And I just hit OK, and it will automatically itself come back over here to where it's supposed to start again.
Now, if it hit the end and it set off the buzzer and you were not in the room, would the machine just wait for you? Yeah.
Just sits there.
So it's only going to do this one row, right? It's not going to do the second row?
It has to stop, and you have to cut your threads. And I hit OK, and then it'll come over. I usually just bring it over because it's quicker than letting it trail over. And then it does that row, and then I have to unclip or unhook my clips, my clamps, and then roll it to where I need it to be.
I'm going to go around to the back of the quilt and show you the machine moving itself a little bit here.
Just don't
Okay.
Audience, I hope you heard that. She doesn't trust my clumsiness. She said, just don't touch it. So you see all these lovely gears that are moving? The wheels, it's got wheels going in 2 directions and then 3 directions, so 3-dimensionally.
For the long arm. Not the motor,
The computer,
but the computer and my terminals over there. Everything gets fed into this little thing, and that's what's controlling all the movement comes through right there.
So you mean the software is sending the messages through that cable?
And there's a little wheel there that's rolling with everything else.
So this is where the software is coming up from the computer and into the machine, right? And then are these 6 controls the same as you have on the other side?
Yeah.
So you could be long arming from the back or not?
If you were running a pantograph sheet laying on your face, that would be. This machine is the same as the free machines. The computer is what's different. That's what makes it a stat way.
I think you might be able to see on her mirror the underside of the stitching. Carla, can you see that? Well, thank you very much, Beth Filko, for your wonderful introduction to long arming. You want to say goodbye to the audience?
Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. If you'd like to check out my work, I appreciate any business. Thank you.